Hello there, everybody. This is General Snivy, and welcome back to more of the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled playthrough. Excuse me. Anyway, it's been quite some time since I've last streamed this game, and let me tell you folks, it's, yeah, it has been a while. I'll explain why that is momentarily. Anywho, last time we started our adventure, learned that nitrous oxide is invading this planet and threatens to turn it into a frickin' parking lot. I'm thinking of a song right now, and now I can't remember the frickin' lyrics, but I know part of the lyrics are put up a parking lot. But regardless though, nitrous oxide is threatening the Earth, and now we're racing to prove our worth to race him and send him packing, if you know what I mean. So, alongside that, we I can't speak today, apparently. As I was saying, we managed to finish 3 of the hubs, for the most part. We don't have any relics yet, but those will come in due time. And in today's session, we're hopefully going to be finishing up the main campaign of adventure mode. So with that in mind, let's get started now, shall we? Anywho, welcome to the final hub, where, of course, some of the hardest tracks in the game are going to be located. And it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it is a pretty short game in the adventure mode, so long as you know what you're doing. Also, Jomar, thank you for the host, dude. I appreciate it. I mean, yeah, the remake itself is fairly long depending on how you look at it. But the adventure mode is pretty dang short, all things considered. Most of the game's content is with the new tracks, or more or less the remade tracks from Crash Team Racing Nitro Kart. Of course, that and also the DLC tracks and everything. And hello, JTR Shadow. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Also, before I started today's stream, I did re-enable the track intro, so we don't have to worry about skipping those for the time being. I swear, if they somehow hit me and threw me into a pit, I would have been like, wow, nice shot. Still, that was a pretty decent shot, all things considered. Speaking of which, ow. Seems like everyone's packing a freaking rocket launcher today. Ain't that fantastic? I speak it, and of course, another one comes. Another one. New follower. Apologies, I can't read that right now. But trust me, whoever you are, thanks for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Okay. Perhaps maybe we can get a nice, good comeback going from this. This'll help. Get out of my way. Wow, okay. That was not too good. Anyway, the reason why there hasn't been a stream at all this past week, well, a lot of things came up. A lot of them were last minute / made the day prior. Some of the things that came up, well, one of those things were Mom and I made plans to go see a movie. By the way, the movie was great. I actually had a fun time. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Okay, I see what the red potions do. What they actually do is, if you hit them, they'll scramble your power-ups. Screw you, game. Looks like this is going to be another one of those races that I redo just because, once again, say it with me folks, I lost the run to RNG. Ain't that fantastic? I mean, the good news is, if you do lose a race, depending on the position you finish in, then your position... oh my lord. I don't know why I can't come up with the right words today. But what I'm trying to say is, if you happen to finish in like 6th place, for example, then when you restart the race, your starting position will be 6th. And so on and so forth. Wow, 4th place. Ow. Well, that sucked. Okay. So at this point now, the difficulty is definitely going to be at its peak. I mean, not as hard as, say, hard mode in the Nitro-Fueled settings, but still, I would say it's around the normal-ish mark, kind of, but not really. You know what I mean? If you don't worry about it. It's one of those things that's really difficult to explain, but it's really best experienced, if you know what I mean. That seems to be a phrase of mine lately. How did that miss? Perhaps I jumped over the rocket. Who knows? This game's weird. I mean, we have a frickin' marsupial bandicoot and an evil scientist. And a frickin' dingo who is a mutant of a dinosaur, I guess? Dingodile? Dingodile equals best character, said no one. Man, I really hate drifting in this tunnel. I mean, it is a cool little boost tunnel and all. Gives you a lot of speed. But the thing is, when it comes to me and my driving skills, yeah, I can't really utilize it all that well. So another thing that kind of held me back over this past week is recently I got vaccinated. And when I say that, I mean I just got my 2nd shot this past week. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I got the Pfizer vaccine for you-know-what, aka COVID. But anyway, I got vaccinated last week, got the 2nd shot. And just a few weeks prior, I did get my 1st shot. I didn't bring it up because I didn't think it was really all that necessary, but I feel like bringing it up now. And if you're wondering if I suffered any major side effects, to answer your question, or any potential question, no. I didn't really suffer any side effects whatsoever. The 1st shot I received, or the 1st dosage, I did receive a couple of side effects. Those side effects were just a loss of appetite and fatigue. Other than that, that was really about it. And those effects only lasted for like the remainder of the day after I got my 1st shot. And when I got the 2nd shot, the only side effect I had that time was just fatigue, and that was it. And to answer your question, Jamar, if this game is worth it, yes it is. I'd highly recommend you pick it up on a PS4 at least. Another thing worth mentioning is I did mention the last session I wasn't sure if there was an Xbox One release. Someone in the comments section in the YouTube version of the previous stream mentioned that, yes, indeed, this game did receive an Xbox One release. I just wasn't 100% sure. But even so, minor correction there, I guess. There was an Xbox One version. Even so, I just feel like mentioning that regardless. Sometimes it can be really difficult to determine where the hell it is you need to go around here, especially in this hub. This hub can be kind of difficult to determine where you need to go, as the layout isn't exactly well defined. Excuse me. So, other than those couple of things, there were some more personal affairs I was taking care of this past week too, that prevented me from streaming as well. And to be honest, I don't really feel like talking about them because they're a bit too personal. But, it is what it is. I haven't had any experience playing the Switch version of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, but I think the only differences between the Switch and PS4 versions are the graphical fidelity and just texture quality, and it's really all visual. The frame rate, I believe, is the same, just I think on Switch it's a little bit less stable than it is on PS4. Anywho, our next course today is Cortex Castle. And let me tell you folks, Cortex Castle is definitely one of the more difficult courses in the game. It's also a course where you kind of need to execute the aerial quick turn, and you're going to be doing this fairly frequently throughout the course. There's also a pretty difficult shortcut to nail here. But it's one of those things like, is it really worth it? Well, obviously it is if you're playing for the time trial relics and all, but even so, just saying. Frickin' Spider-Man.
Yes.
If I'm being honest here, even though many people consider this course to be kind of difficult, I honestly don't find it to be too bad. I mean, What I'm trying to say is the course itself is not too bad to race on. It's just the time trials are a pain for this place. Excuse me. Don't worry, I don't have any colds or anything like that. It's just phlegm is backed up in the back of my throat. I thought about taking the shortcut there, but there was no way I was going to make the jump. Because I believe in order to make the jump, you need to have like the third turbo boost going. And again, I don't think it's worth it all that much. Nice one, Jomar. But yeah, Cortex Castle, if you're going for the time trial relic, yeah, it is a pretty difficult course. But for the most part, it really isn't all that bad. Especially if you know how to execute the quick turn while in the air. That will really help save you in more ways than one. So that way you don't fly into the nearest wall. Oh, you can barely hear me. Interesting. Okay, let me see if I can adjust the volume or something. I adjusted the gain on this to see if that would work any better. Ooey boo boo. Is this better? I mean, I am sitting a fairly decent distance away from the mic right now.
Congratulations! You win a trophy!
Do I sound better right now? Can you hear me a little better? I tried adjusting the mic gain dial on the microphone itself to see if that would pick up my voice a bit better. Let me know. Does this sound okay, or can you still barely hear me? Oh. Oh, okay. My phone. Okay. Okay. The notifications you probably hear on Twitter, or no, the notifications you probably hear on my phone. I've been trying to keep track of, actually, no, never mind. Don't worry about the notifications, it's nothing.
Out of my way!
There is one thing I haven't really talked about yet, and that is the quote-unquote perfect head start. In order to achieve this perfect head start, as soon as the race begins, like as soon as you're able to start revving your engine, you need to start pushing the X button in a rhythmic kind of fashion. So in other words, don't mash the X button. You have to push the X button in a perfect rhythm. That way you can rev the engine to the point where the boost gauge is filled by the time the race starts. If you fall out of rhythm, then unfortunately you ain't getting a head start. I'm not sure if you can burn yourself out or not in this game. It's not like Mario Kart 64 or Mario Kart Double Dash or anything like that where you could do something like that if you happen to hold the engine down for too long. I don't know, I never encountered that before. Anywho, I haven't really talked much about this course yet. This course, in my honest opinion, is the perfect course to practice drifting. Why? There are a lot of sharp turns and a lot of places where you can drift. Well, the other really good course to practice drifting on is Coco Park, but we don't really count that. Or at least I don't. But anyway, this particular course is rather interesting, especially in the PlayStation 1 version, as there's a really big shortcut that you can take that skips a good chunk of the track. Unfortunately, you can't really do that in this version because the walls that were really low in the original PS1 version, they were raised significantly. So, I don't think the shortcut is possible anymore. Then again, I could be wrong. Perhaps speedrunners have found a way to execute the shortcut again? Who knows? Never say never when it comes to speedrunning anything ever. One more thing worth mentioning here when it comes to drifting is be careful of how long you maintain your drift for. If you happen to drift for too long, there is a good chance that you'll spin out. Kind of like in Mario Kart 64 with 150cc where that's possible. Damn it! Saw that one coming. It's also really easy to accidentally fall off of this course too, so be sure to keep that in mind. But falling off is not the end of the world. So long as you have a fairly good lead against your opponents.
Yes.
Okay, all done here. To be honest, I haven't played Super Mario Kart either. I mean, I've seen gameplay footage of it in a fairly decent number of places, but I've never actually played it myself. I technically own it on the Wii Virtual Console, and I also have it on the SNES Classic, as that is one of the pre-built-in games. But again, I haven't played it. Why? Because this looks clunky to me. Yes, it was majorly improved in Mario Kart DS, but it also introduced another problem known as snaking. Snaking, I think, is still possible in this game too, but it is more difficult to pull off.
Congratulations! You win a trophy!
Yeah. The drifting in Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart Super Circuit are very bad. Oh boy. I believe you. Snaking is the act of drifting like... Let me put it this way. You're drifting like this, and then you switch directions, and then you go again and again. I'm not really sure how to explain it exactly. It's one of those things that's really difficult to explain, but... Okay, good. I'm glad you know what I mean, Edney. A lot of people do, especially if they play this game competitively or online. Anywho, on to the next race, Oxide Station. This is gonna be fun. This is another really fun track to race on, mainly due to the number of turns and really, really high jumps you can get here. This is also one of the longest tracks in the entire game. If you know what you're doing, you can get some really good times here. I mean, that's pretty obvious for anyone who's played any racing game ever, but I'm just saying. My favorite sections of this course are the ones when you are going out into space. I mean, seriously. You can definitely feel the lower gravity within that area. Although, in space, there really shouldn't be gravity to begin with. Out of here, dude.
Yes!
Dang it! I hate it when I'm in the middle of a boost and I accidentally rub against the wall. Yeah, whatever. Not a big deal. Oh, that was not a very good jump. Man, I love getting that major air on that final jump of the course. Definitely my favorite part, for sure. Other than the 0G section. Just saying. If I'm being fair here, this is definitely one of my favorite courses in the game. Is it my favorite course? No. That goes to Papu's Pyramid. But if I had to pick a second favorite, this has to be my second favorite. You really think you could hit me with a rocket from that far away, dude? I don't think so. Hack up and go home. That is one thing I really don't like sometimes, is if you accidentally rub against the surface of a wall, if you're in the middle of a boost, you immediately lose that boost, and your momentum is essentially killed. That's just not right. But there we go. All done with that. I don't even know if we could do something like that online. I mean, it might be possible through emulation and all, but... Honestly, I feel as though our real skills will be showcased better on actual hardware. And just being next to each other, if you know what I mean.
Why, you call that racing? Forget about it. If you's gonna race Oxide, you's gonna have to get past me first. I'm the speed champion here, and I'm gonna save the world. For a sizable fee, of course.
Too funny, Pinstripe. Too funny. Also, apparently, Pinstripe went to the school, or the stormtrooping school of shooting things. Because he can't hit a target, even if it's stationary, which is kind of sad. I mean, granted, I know he was trying to intimidate us, but even so, it's kind of funny. If you know what I mean. So as far as Pinstripe's challenge is concerned, we will be racing him on this fun course, aka Drifting Heaven, kind of. His gimmick is bombs. He apparently has a loan from Morshu from Zelda CDI, and is throwing bombs all over the frickin' place. And if you don't get in front of him, it's really difficult to, I love it when my inputs get dropped for no reason. As I was saying... Pinstripe's gimmick is, of course, bombs. 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 You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough bombs. But yeah, just like every other boss, so long as you manage to get in front of Pinstripe, this should go by easy. Also, I don't think you can throw bombs directly in front of him. He's not smart enough to do that. Then again, maybe he can, and I just don't remember if he could or not. He never managed to hit me with a bomb while I was in front of him, unless, of course, maybe if I was at point-blank range. Also, I'm pretty sure most of the power-ups that you're going to be getting here are going to be more defensive, if anything. Perhaps that's the reason why it seems like this race is rigged more so in Pinstripe's favor. Makes sense, he is the boss around here. Oops, accidentally double-tapped. I hate it when I do that. One more thing worth mentioning here is, even if you do get in front of a Pinstripe here, do not let your guard down at all. And try not to fall off the course, because that is almost guaranteed a death sentence. One other thing worth mentioning too is look out for your own items, as they will linger on the course more or longer than usual. How? How did I not make that? That's bullshit! Seriously, screw this game. And yeah, as you've seen, just because I fell off the course, Pinstripe almost caught up with me. Although for some weird reason he didn't overtake me, which is really strange. Speaking of strange, the UI kind of glitched up. God damn it! I knew that was going to happen too! Okay, let's focus. I'm trying not to fall like a goddamn idiot again. There we go. Barely made it, but it's done.
So, you's beat me fair and square. I doubt you'll be this lucky with Oxide. Here's a key for your troubles. Ah, brother.
Whatever you say, my dude. Whatever you say. Well, that was definitely a more stressful race than it needed to be. That's for sure. But it's finally done. And with him finished, I believe at this point the final race is now unlocked. Yes, indeed it is.
Well, the little terror vermin has finally collected all the trophies to become world champion. What took you so long? Now we prove who the fastest driver really is.
And indeed we will. Let's go ahead and take care of Oxide right frickin' now. Why? Well, two reasons. First is, one, because I feel like it. Second is we're right there. And really, an additional third reason is even though there is still the arena challenge back in the 4th Castle Hub area, we were immediately transported to Nitrous Oxide upon finishing the race with the pinstripe. So, of course, with Oxide's challenge, we have Oxide Station, and his gimmick is gonna be fun, to say the least. So, getting a head start here is mandatory. Why? Because he takes off before the race even begins. Like, that's really fair. I mean, he is the villain. What do you expect? You really expect him to play fair? No, he does the tricky shit from Diddy Kong Racing, if you know what I mean. Oh, and the Dragon, too. And also, no, I don't count the DS version, because that does not exist. I'm awful. So, when it comes to Oxide's gimmick and his items, an endless supply of items, I believe the items he throws down are potions, but he throws down like 2 potions at a time. It's either 2 or 3, I can't remember the exact number. Regardless though, once you get in front of him, just like everyone else, he goes down easy. Note that I say this now, and he'll overtake me somehow, especially if I keep rubbing up against the wall like this. It's also very important to keep drifting as much as humanly possible. Also, having a power-up on standby, such as the rockets, is very handy. If he somehow overtakes you or something. Which is a very real possibility. So again, don't let your guard down. Ever. Keep your foot on the gas, even if you have a significant lead. You never know what can happen on this course, or any course for that matter. Come on, turn, damn it! Wow, really game. I love it when you make me rub against the wall in the middle of a frickin' drift, killing the drift. See what I mean? Like a little itty-bitty tap. If your tire just squeaks against it, you lose the boost. You also lose the drift. Okay. And there we go. Oxide is down. And he is out. That was easy. Again, once you get in front of Oxide, the race is almost won. Just, again, drive your best.
I can't believe you beat me. I never lose. How embarrassing. I'll be the laughingstock of all Gasmoxia. Fine. Your miserable planet stays gushy and green. At least you still haven't gathered all my time relics. Until you've collected all of those and raced me again, You'll never be able to claim you are the fastest. This won't be the last time you'll face nitrous oxide. We will meet again.
Funny enough, he's right about that. So, in order to get the true ending of this game, what you have to do is you have to get all of the time trial relics. And I believe in order to get the true ending, you do have to get at least the sapphire relics, and that'll be all good for you. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try shooting for the stars, if you know what I mean. Getting gold relics, honestly, is good enough for me, and good enough to get the 101% completion rating. Heck, there's even a trophy on PS4 and an achievement on Xbox One where it requires you to get at least a gold relic on all the courses. And when I say all the courses, I don't mean like every single one. I mean like the ones seen in the adventure mode. So in other words, all the original tracks that came with the original game. So, there's that. There's also another collectible that we need to get our hands on as well. And those are the remaining CTR tokens, as well as the, there's also one more major collectible we need to get. But we'll be tackling that another time. Maybe we'll be able to finish it today? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see how things go first of all. So anyway, as far as this other major collectible, we have gems. Yeah, those are back. Excuse me. Yeah, you have to get a gold relic on all the courses in adventure mode in order to get, or in order to bump your completion total to 101%. So long as you get Sapphire, aka the lowest tier relic, then you will still be able to unlock the true ending. So, there's that. Also, you may have noticed that the characters have their own little epilogue here. Of course, I haven't read any of them because I believe in both endings, regardless if it's the not true ending, aka the regular ending, versus the true ending, you get the epilogue either way. So, yeah. Honestly, I haven't had too much of a hard time when it comes to Oxide, at least when playing on classic difficulty. I haven't even made it that far in hard mode, and honestly, I don't plan to. It's just not worth it. I'd rather not pull my hair out any more than I already have. Know what I mean? Yeah. Agreed. The normal ending is way easier to get versus going for the true ending in hard mode, for sure. Heck, I believe in hard mode, there is a trophy for completing the game on hard mode, but there isn't one for going for 101 or 102% on hard mode. So, just the normal ending is enough on that difficulty at the very least. And of course, when it comes to trophies, I've collected, I think, roughly 66% of all the trophies in the game. And I have had another look at the trophy list. And thankfully, none of them are tied to online activities or anything like that. The only thing you really have to worry about when it comes to trophies is mainly just getting all the time trial relics and all the courses, winning all the courses for both CTR and CTR Nitro Kart, if you know what I mean. So in other words, all the old tracks, the new tracks, and not including the DLC ones. So, that's pretty sweet. In other words, getting all the trophies in this game is very doable. I haven't really tried to sit down to go after every single trophy. I have gotten a fairly decent number of them, but not all of them, obviously. You don't even need to go for all the achievements in every single game you play. But even so, achievement hunting is pretty fun, depending on the tasks that you have to do in order to earn those trophies. I mean, if it's some arbitrary task, oh sweet Jesus. That's a pain. And it would be even more of a pain if some of those arbitrary tasks are glitched. Know what I mean? So, for example, when it comes to certain games that have trophies, one game that really comes to mind is Persona 5 Royal. The trophies in that game are very straightforward, and you can pretty much get them all in your first playthrough if you know what you're doing. And even if you don't worry about it. There's always your New Game Plus run that you can go after the trophies more easily. But I think when it comes to the original Persona 5, the trophies and stuff of that game are a lot more tedious and more of a pain in the ass than Royal. But why am I talking about Royal? Haven't played that game, but it sounds pretty extreme. I mean, I also know that Xenoblade Chronicles has a fairly decent number of in-game achievements that will drive you a bit insane, if you know what I mean. But for the most part, sometimes the achievements are very straightforward and easy to grab, and you'll get them without even trying. Gold medal on all of the stages. Interesting. Again, like I said, I haven't played Kirby's Mass Attack. I don't have the game, and I don't really plan on getting my hands on it anytime soon. So, I guess in other news, something worth mentioning here is the developers Toys for Bob, or the developer Toys for Bob, were recently moved over from supporting, what I'm trying to say is Toys for Bob, the company who made, or had a part of, helping the development of this game and also helped with Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. They were recently moved over to Call of Duty Warzone support. And a lot of people were pissed because they also seen people saying something about Activision letting those people go or something like that. In other words, layoffs. Boy. Gold medal all stages means full cave story, hard mode, entire game, no damage. Sounds like one of those Dark Souls kind of challenges. Like it would be easier to play Dark Souls blindfolded than it would be to do something like that. I'm just saying. I mean, like I've mentioned, when it comes to a Dark Souls-like thing, I have played something like that before. I played Bloodborne. Played it for a little bit. It was meh. Sounds like a fun time for everyone who's going achievement hunting. Like Gerard the Completionist. Oh boy. When he gets to that game, it'll be fun. Who knows? No damage. By the way, if you're wondering if I could skip the credits, technically I could do that right now, but 16 months to beat the game 100%. Wow. More power to you. That takes some serious dedication to 100% a game like that. Just saying. Anyway, back to this. I know technically speaking I could skip the credits right now, but we're already this deep into them, so might as well let them play out. Like I said, when it comes to adventure mode in this game, the best way to experience adventure mode, in my honest opinion, is to play through the game either on classic difficulty, which is what I prefer, or stick to either easy or normal difficulty for the Nitro-Fueled mode. I'm just saying, because hard mode will make you want to pull your goddamn hair out and will literally turn this game into the Dark Souls of kart racers. Let me tell you folks, that's not fun. I've actually tried playing through it on hard mode, like quite a long time ago, more or less a year or two ago. Oh sweet Jesus. When I heard about Slim Kirby having a tough time playing through this game, I think I see what he meant. Just because hard mode really is hard. Like so hard, it makes you want to frickin' scream! Wow. Talk about a lackluster completionist reward. I mean, it's better than getting a frickin' picture taken saying, have a nice vacation. You know what I mean, folks? Ew. Good lord. Not looking forward to that. Oh boy. I know what it's like to frickin' rage so hard and spike a controller across the room. Believe me, I've broken my fair share of controllers because of frustration. I mean, I try my best not to get to that point, but it's one of those strange sensations where it's like you want to win, but at the same time, you know, no matter how hard you frickin' try, there's nothing you can do. So you keep pushing, only to drive yourself even more insane until eventually you snap. You snap, you crackle, you pop. And then you go Super Saiyan. Cave Story is another game I haven't played either. And again, another game I'm not really that interested in. Imagine what? This ought to be good. Also, I have no idea how long these credits last for. I remember the original game, or hell, I don't even remember even beating the original game. Whatever. The credits do last quite a while. How long exactly? That is the million-dollar question. I do know one thing for sure. Considering that this remake has a lot more staff and several more developers supporting this game, it's no wonder that the credits are so long. Man, I felt like I had something in the back of my throat, like I had to frickin' throw up or something. Oh, Lord have mercy. That sounds fun. Oh, boy. Well, I will say this. At least the credit roll isn't as long as, say, Mighty Number 9, where the credit roll was literally over 4 hours long because they thanked every single one of their Kickstarter backers. Or something like that. Or at least that's what I've heard over the grapevine. I haven't played it. But from what I've seen, woof. And people complain about Pokemon sword and shield looking ugly. Oh, sweet Jesus. They haven't seen Mighty Number 9 yet. Just saying. That definitely sounds like a fun time for everyone. Anywho, I'm not exactly sure how long this project is going to last for. Honestly, I don't see this lasting too long. I don't think we're going to end it in this session, no way in hell. But I do know one thing is for certain. It should take roughly maybe 4 or 5 sessions to finish this. Maybe. Might be more, might be less. Who knows? The only way to find out is just to play through the game in its entirety. Or more or less finish all of Adventure Mode, jump into the new circuits and everything or start showing off all the different modes. Stuff like that. And maybe I'll even play an online match or two. Who knows? To be honest with you all, I haven't even touched the online component of this game. The only real online component I really messed with was just the in-game shop. And, of course, when it comes to that, the only thing I've done with some of my, or all of my coins that I've been earning is putting them towards new characters and trying to unlock them all. Let me tell you, folks, that's been kind of a journey and a half. Because, of course, there are the initial characters, but there's also the brand new ones. Running from Nitro Kart. There's also others from other Crash Team Racing-like games. Like, I think there's even a couple from Crash Tag Team Racing. And maybe a couple of others. Who the hell knows? But there's also, of course, the other new crossover characters from Spyro. I'm not sure how many Spyro characters I have. I think I might have Hunter. I don't remember for sure which one I have, but I definitely don't have Spyro. I definitely want to get my hands on Spyro for sure. Yeah, when it comes to online multiplayer this game, depending on the platform of choice, you will have to purchase like a membership equivalent for that platform. So for PlayStation, you need PlayStation Plus. Xbox, you need either Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And for Nintendo Switch, you need Nintendo Switch Online. Thankfully, Switch Online is the cheapest out of all 3 options from all 3 of the major competitors. But even so. Yeah, it is pretty obvious, especially nowadays. Seriously, how much longer are these freaking creds going to go? Ugh. I swear, it just seems like these credits last forever. Speaking of credits that last forever, there was another racing game that I've played a few years back. I think it was called Need for Speed Rivals, where the credits roll, I swear to God, seemed like it lasted forever. And at some point, I even think that the credits even repeated themselves. It was like, oh my God, you can't be serious. So I just skipped them and just moved on. I don't have that game anymore, by the way. I sold that game long ago. Why? Well, the game really wasn't that fun. Honestly, it really wasn't. Plus, it was one of those games where if you bought it used, you'd have to pay in order to get certain components to work properly. Like $10 or something stupid like that. That was definitely something else. Oh boy. Juice Studios. Never heard of them. Must be juicy over there. Okay, I'm awful. Has anyone here been keeping track of how long the credits have been so far? Because we've, I think, been going on for well over 5 minutes. That's one thing I never knew about. Roger Craig Smith, aka the previous voice actor for Sonic, he voices a chick in this game. Interesting. God. Almost been half an hour? Has it really been that long? I don't think so. But it certainly feels like it, that's for sure. Especially considering how slow these credits just roll. Ugh. Boy. Well, I probably should have skipped the credits in the long run anyway, because we'll probably, we will be viewing the credits again once everything's all said and done with the adventure mode. But at least at this point, we should be approaching the end, because usually when it comes to tropes in the credit sequence, once you start seeing the logos for like the different companies and stuff like that, then the credits are coming to an end. Wow! That picture, my friends, is the entire development team over at Beanox. That's a nice little Easter egg, if you know what I mean. What can I say? Developers love to take pride in their work. And good on them. Oh, believe me, I've seen even slower credits. And you don't even want to know which ones they are. But, here we go. At least once the credits finally finish rolling, now we can finally proceed. We can finally head back into the adventure field and take care of the next series of activities. Also, when it comes to the gem races, in order to unlock them,
If you collect 4 CTR tokens of this color, you can enter the Gem Cup. Score the most points in the 4 races of the cup to win a gem.
thanks, Uka Uka. I was just about to explain that. Remember the CTR tokens we've been collecting? Well, they're kind of required if you want to get access to the gem races, which are pretty much tournament races of like Mario Kart games of old, if you know what I mean. So, what I mean by this is once you enter a gem race, you'll have to compete in a series of races. And I believe there are 4 races in all per gem cup. So that's something to keep in mind. Once you win all 4 races, then you'll be awarded the gem. Even if you don't come in first place, so long as you win overall, then you win the gem. Just keep in mind though, if you happen to get too far behind, it'll be really difficult to catch back up again. Well, this is an interesting glitch. Never seen this before. Where the text just stays in place for 200 million years. The special cup in the Mario Kart series? I mean, it is technically a cup, yeah. Alright. Time for the last crystal challenge in adventure mode. Let's get this started. So this is definitely a fun challenge right here. What we have here is more crystals to collect. Not only this, but they're very, very far spread out and are guarded by a lot of TNT as well as nitro crates. So be prepared to flip a lot. There are some power-ups scattered around the place to eliminate the nitro crates, and that is how you're intended to get these things. But depending on the difficulty, you could get away with just plowing through the nitro crates, grab the crystals, and then move on your merry way. But on higher difficulties, that's not gonna work. Ain't gonna work, Charlie. Just saying. Screw you, game. Just because my back tire had to hit the frickin' whatever, ain't a big deal. There's still plenty of time left to grab these crystals here. And thankfully, I feel as though they give you way more than enough time to grab the crystals in this particular challenge, which is interesting, considering that this is the very last one. How the frick did I miss? Perhaps I detonated it a bit too soon? Bada binga, bada boma. Even with hitting nearly every single TNT crate, we still managed to get the token. That's just how easy this one is, compared to all the rest. I mean, seriously. How? Talk about anticlimactic, if you know what I mean, folks. Okay, well, that takes care of all the arena challenges, for now anyway. And when I say for now, I mean there are some additional arena challenges, but they are outside of the adventure mode. Ugh, I knew I felt a burp coming on. Now to grab the rest of the CTR tokens. And let me tell you folks, grabbing these remaining CTR tokens is gonna be a frickin' pain in the behind. That's for sure. On to the first challenge. Whew. Let me tell you folks, the remaining CTR token challenges are gonna be some of the hardest ones yet. Because these courses do not mess around at all. It ain't fun. But, so long as you are able to figure out where all the tokens are, and plan a route accordingly to get them all, then you should have very little trouble getting them. Keyword is question mark. Alright, let's get started. There's the first. Screw you, game. Well, whatever. At least I managed to get the R token. Now for the T token. Where the hell could it be? Probably a little bit further down this course somewhere. Obviously. Get out of here, Purra. Could have swore the T token was around here. Okay. I think I remember this course's T token being really annoying to get your hands on. Because it blends in with the lighting. I don't even. Seriously, where the hell is this last token at? There it is. Okay. Got one more lap to get it. One more chance to get the token. First time I just completely missed it because, again, like I said, that particular token really blends in well with the environment and the lighting. Sometimes the lighting can be your biggest obstacle. Saw that one coming. I knew there was no way I was going to stay on the course. Not after that. I don't even. Wow, way to screw me over, game. Yeah, it was pretty much over anyway. There was no way I was going to get the token and win. Alright, let's give this another try. Okay, how did I miss? Well, whatever, no big deal. One thing I find kind of annoying sometimes is, depending on the placement of the TNT, especially if you're going on a downward slant, it can be really difficult. Got it. It can be really difficult to bounce the TNT off of you. Wow, nice shot, dude. Worst spot possible to get hit. But thankfully, it seems like everyone decided to hang around a little bit. So, I'll take it. Fuck you, game. That was bullshit. Taking away my goddamn input again. Yeah. And it's definitely not mine now. Looks like we gotta take another L on this one. Just because I frickin' fell again. Yeah, it's over. Fuck me! Just because I took a turn a bit too sharp. Seriously, screw this game sometimes. Ah, screw you, game. Let's see how you like falling off the planet, dude. I don't even know how I missed the R token. Drift, damn it! Fuck this. Oh my god. What is up with me today? Just getting bad RNG out the frickin' ass. Oh man, should I man? Bleh. Bleh. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I think what I was trying to say was, I'm surprised I managed to grab that C token without slowing down. I think so, buddy. Damn it, double tapped. Damn it! Too sharp of a frickin' turn. How did I know I was gonna do that? Because I just suck at this game? Okay. I do know it is possible to do this whole frickin' cool... Okay. Nice heart attack game, thanks. I totally needed that today. As I was trying to say, I do know that it is possible to do this whole race without falling off once. But that's a lot easier said than done. Oops. Held that for too long. Damn it.
Out of my way!
Saw that one coming. Okay, that was not the best use of that turbo power-up. But at least it helped a little. Finally! And that's only one out of only a few. That was definitely something else. Sweet merciful Jesus. And let me tell you folks, the fun is only just beginning when it comes to that. Mario Kart Arcade GP. I think I know very well what that's like, because I've actually played the arcade game in an actual arcade before. A lot of fun. Just makes me wish it was released on home consoles. Too bad that never came to fruition. Although, now that I think about it, I think I've heard somewhere that Mario Kart Arcade GP and Mario Kart Arcade GP2 are built off of a Nintendo GameCube hardware or something. So, that's pretty interesting. Okay. Let's head on into the next course. I believe this one's Cortex Castle. I can't remember for sure. I wasn't paying too much attention to the course name. But even so. Vortex Castle. This is going to be another fun one, I can already tell. Hopefully this won't take too many attempts, unlike the last one, which took like 4. Might have been 3. I wasn't really counting all that much. Even so. That took forever! Know what I mean? Ah, damn it, I missed the R token. Fuck it, restart. Ugh. I know I probably shouldn't have restarted immediately, but I feel as though when it comes to courses like this, you make one mistake, it's pretty much over. And besides, it was only the first lap, so restarting there wouldn't have been a big deal regardless. Did I seriously just do a mid-air jump? Whatever. Also, you may have noticed the C token, along with, I believe, another token coming up soon. It's going to be one of those tokens that you're going to have to sacrifice yourself for. Then again, maybe I'm misremembering. Okay. I thought there would be a token there for sure, but no. I think it's on the... Yep, there it is. The final jump. And I overshot it. Good job. Rather not waste the Uka here. Not until now. How'd that not hit me? Okay. Shenanigans aside, this should hopefully go a lot better this time. Alright, let's get this frickin'... Never mind. Apparently I love overshooting the goddamn token. Alright, one more chance. Hopefully I won't miss it again.
Yes.
Oh dear. Now watch, I missed this again. Okay, never mind. I guess sometimes reverse psychology works. Neat. There's another one down. On to the next one. After roughly 2 minutes of loading screens, because Bandicoot 06 is a thing. Oh boy. Seriously though, I really hate how long the frickin' loading screens are. But, maybe the reason why I'm bringing this up is just because I've been playing more games that have much shorter load times, and getting back into the modern era where loading screens are commonplace. I'm not really sure what else to say. It's just annoying to say the least. Alright, on to the next track. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves another token now, shall we? It is kind of interesting how Nitrous Oxide's spaceship is right next to Cortex Castle. Almost as if to say that Cortex and Nitrous Oxide are working together or something. Although that probably would have been the biggest plot twist there would be. Know what I mean? I mean, I know Nitrous Oxide was the one who invaded the planet and all that, but even so, it would have been interesting to see. Like, especially if you're playing as one of the villains or something. You actually race against Nitrous Oxide, you win, and decide, yeah, let's take over the world together and turn it into a big fat parking lot, and I become the world's most powerful dictator known to mankind. Okay. If I recall correctly, this is another course where the CTR tokens are very, very annoyingly placed. Seriously, game? Enough with the rockets already! I get it. You're a fan of Rocket Man. It's rocket power, dude. Where's that R token? And how the hell did that plasma ball not hit me? Okay. I don't even know what that was all about. Never screw you, game. Alright, this is fine. We may be missing the R token, but there's still... Okay, there it is. I see where it is. That's another really badly placed token. It's on the final jump of the course, and it's very easy to either overshoot it or just not see it altogether. Screw you, Dingo Dial. Why don't you go dial your mother? Ass. How'd that even work? Alright, let's not jump here. There we go, got the R token. So the secret to getting the final token is to stay in the middle of the final jump and not jump at all. Don't take any airtime at all, otherwise you will overshoot that token 100% of the time. There's no getting around it. God damn it. How the hell did I lose that frickin' drift? Whatever, screw you, game. One other thing I haven't mentioned yet is I'm not too sure if it's possible to fly so freaking high into the air that you land on an earlier part of the course off of the final jump. I don't think it works like that because the gravitational pull is quite strong there. I guess they made it that way so that that particular scenario that I just mentioned doesn't happen. And I will say that's a pretty good thing, if I do say so myself. So, for the most part, that particular course and the CTR tokens on there really isn't too bad. Just, again, you just have to know where the final token is and how to approach it. Once you know, then it becomes really easy. One of the easier courses in the game, believe it or not. And considering that this particular course was, or it is, supposed to be the final penultimate course, it's kind of anticlimactic, all things considered. But alas, it is what it is. Alright, with that done, we only have one more token to grab. And once this token is ours, then we don't need to worry about any more CTR tokens for the remainder of the game, which is going to be great. On to Engines Lab. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one. Ow. Why do I feel like I have to use the frickin' bathroom right now? I've already went earlier. So, I'm not sure if you guys noticed this or not, but I did recently get a new pair of glasses. They're a bit different than my old pair, that's for sure. And the only real difference is obviously the frame and the lenses themselves. The lenses are bigger. Alright, let's get this course started. Okay. Seems like the tokens aren't going to be the most annoyingly placed right now, but of course that's only for the first two tokens. The final token is going to be something else entirely. And here it is. Okay, that token is definitely the hardest one to get, and you might have to sacrifice yourself in order to get it, but if you happen to be going fast enough, then you might be able to jump over the pit. Barely, but you can do it. So other than the CTR tokens being in a bit of a couple of weird, awkward spots, they really aren't too bad when it comes to this course. Believe me, there are far worse placed tokens. There we go. Pretty sweet, all things considered. That, folks, is the final token. Pretty sweet. Now we don't have to worry about CTR tokens ever again. Unless, of course, there are additional tokens on the Nitro-Fueled or the Nitro Kart circuits. Which I believe there are, but we won't worry about that right now. Alright. Now, I know it seems like it's pretty obvious that we need to take care of the relics next. But what I'm actually going to do here is, instead of going after the relics right away, what I'm going to do is start going after the gems instead. Why? Because I know the gems are going to be more time consuming to get your hands on than the other things. Well, I say, knowing full well that the relics are a thing. But even so, I'm just saying. Unnecessary cutscene much? I guess the reason why they have that cutscene is because you are approaching the door with the correct number of keys in hand behind you. Even so, still kind of annoying. It is also kind of annoying as well that the getting to the gem races does take a bit of time. Anywho, let's get started now, shall we? Let's take on the first gem cup, the red gem cup. Also, once you get all the tokens, you don't have to worry about collecting these gems in any particular order. You can do whatever order you see fit. Although doing them in order is probably the most recommended path, just because of the difficulty on some of these tracks can be pretty damn steep. And like I said, when it comes to the gem cups, I believe there's a series of 4 races per cup. And in order to win the gem, you do have to win the circuit overall. Also, I'm pretty sure that the difficulty for the gem races has increased the AI difficulty overall. So that's something else to keep in mind too. Thankfully, when it comes to the gem races, you don't have to worry about any weird shenanigans or anything like that. It's all about racing. In a game where platforming takes priority. Oh wait, that's the wrong game. Lol. Regardless, though, don't worry too much about anything. Just focus on the race if you possibly can. And pray to God that you get good RNG overall. There we go. First one down. And for coming in first place, he will obtain 9 points overall. You'll also get some Wumpa coins for finishing the gem races. Also, you can just quit the cup altogether if you feel like you're not going to make a good enough comeback if you've fallen too far behind. Otherwise, just hit next race and proceed. But yeah, when it comes to the gem races themselves, they really aren't the most difficult things around. I think they're slightly harder than the regular races. And also, I don't think you can quote-unquote restart a race at all. If you hit restart, then you restart the entire cup. So that's something to keep in mind. If you hit restart on the first race, that's different. But for additional races, try not to hit restart at all. Just saying. I thought for a minute there I had a more offensive power-up, but nope, guess not. And like I've mentioned many times over, do not let your guard down at all in these races. Or really any race in general. Otherwise you're going to have a really bad time. Even if you feel like you can just show off by backing up into the finish line after you finish a race, don't do that. That's just bad sportsmanship for one, and two, that can easily screw you over big time. Just saying. How did I bounce? How did I not bounce off the first turtle? Well, am I not turtle enough for you? Yes. That was such a late comeback. Damn it. I don't even know how I managed to get that off. But I'll take it. All done. On to the next. Also, I'm not exactly sure how many points you get for, like, second place onward. If I have to guess for second, it's probably like 7 points as opposed to 9. Maybe it's 6. I really don't know. As when it comes to these gem races, I've perfected every single one. More or less. I've won every single gem race flawlessly. At least I did during my initial playthrough before. We'll see what happens now. Will we be able to replicate the same results, or are things going to go downhill fast? Let's pray to God it's the former rather than the latter.
Out of my way!
And another thing worth mentioning too is try not to worry about taking shortcuts if you feel like they're very high risk and low reward. Such as the one on this course. Like, seriously. Don't take it unless you feel like you need to. Or if you just feel like testing your luck. Or if you feel like you... Or, no. Or if you have not gotten the trophy/achievement for taking the shortcut in the first place. In which case, go for it, kiddo. There we go. All done with that one. Sweet. By the way, if you're wondering what is the perfect score you can get for the gem races, the answer is 36. 36 points is the perfect score. Also, there's no trophy for getting There's no trophy/achievement for getting all perfects on all the gem cups, as far as I'm aware. I'd have to take another look at the trophy list to find out. But even so, just feel like mentioning it regardless. By the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, but even if you select one of the lower sort of gem cups or one of the earlier ones, the course selection isn't really all that obvious. And depending on the cup you select, you could get thrown off guard by being given tracks you weren't necessarily expecting. Also, how did I block that missile? That was literally at point blank range. But hey, I'll take it. Whoops. Didn't mean to fire that. Whatever, no big deal. There is one thing I haven't mentioned yet when it comes to Papu's Pyramid, is... I do know that I kind of complained a bit when it came to the piranha plants on this course. And when it comes to those things, there is a way you can avoid them. And also figure out when they're going to chomp your ass and send you to the Shadow Realm. To figure out whether or not they're going to attack you, it depends solely on their position. If they're squatting like you probably seen just a few moments ago, then if you run over their dirt patch, bye-bye. But any other time, you'll be able to get through the piranha plants without any trouble whatsoever, or any sort of form of resistance. Just saying. Ow! What a waste of a boost. All done. Red gem is ours, ladies and gentlemen. Very easy cup, all things considered. One down, 4 more to go. Yeah, there are 5 gem cups in all, by the way. I'm pretty sure you've seen all the portals, but I feel like reiterating that regardless. That seems to be a word I've been using a lot today. Whoops. What can I say? Okay. Okay. First cup done, on to the next one. Hopefully, if things go well, I should be able to knock out all the gem cups in this session. Only one way to find out for sure, and that is to dive right on in and just race away. Know what I mean? It is going to take a bit of time, and most of that time is going to be spent in between loading screens. That's kind of annoying, but alas, it is what it is. My goal for this session is, obviously, we completed one of them, which is finish the game. And the second goal that we're going to be shooting for in this session is grabbing the remaining gems. We should be able to do so within the next hour. Keyword is should. I mean, we've already knocked out one of the cups. I suppose there's still 4 more left to conquer. Also, when we get to the time trials, I will be turning off the course intros again. At least until we finish the adventure mode. Afterwards, I'll turn them back on for the new tracks. I'm not too sure, but I feel like the gem cups are supposed to represent a certain theme of these courses or something. I can't really say what this theme is exactly. Then again, maybe they're kind of a mishmash of courses just sprung together because potatoes. I'm not even sure what to classify these gem cups into, as far as... Okay, you know what, I'm just speaking nonsense now. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Just the courses themselves. Now that I think about it, when it comes to the courses, I think what the gem cups are doing here is they're going to give you an easy course for the first course, second course, another fairly easy one, but a little bit tougher. Third course is one of the more difficult courses, and the final course for the Gem Cup will be one of the more difficult ones. As far as which track is excluded, I don't think there are any tracks that are excluded in any of these cups, as far as I'm aware. The only one that might come to mind is Oxide Raceway or Oxide Station. But honestly, I think when it comes to that one, that is included in the Gem Cup regardless. Not this one, but definitely one of the later cups for sure. Also, is it me or does that castle in the distance remind me of Princess Peach's castle from Royal Raceway from Mario Kart 64? Maybe that's what they were going for here. Damn it. Well, so much for being able to maintain a boost for an entire race, or even an entire lap for that matter. One more thing I haven't mentioned yet when it comes to boosting is you do have to go a certain amount of speed. Like, you have to achieve a certain milestone when it comes to speed, like a certain amount of miles per hour or kilometers per hour, in order to even initiate the drift. If you go out of turn too slow, then the drift is not possible. You'll just bounce, and everything will be awkward for the next 200 years. Neat. Gotta love Coco Park. It's a nice break out of all the courses that we've raced on this whole game. I really do wonder what is the legit world record when it comes to, like, this course. Like, what's the fastest time? What's the fastest lap? I'd have to look that up sometime. Maybe later. Who knows? Excuse me. On to the next one. As soon as it loads, anytime now. Okay. Yeah, it seems like my theory that I spoke about earlier is turning out to be true. Of course, the difficulty of these courses is purely subjective. Some people will say that courses like this are considered difficult, and others may consider it to be the easiest thing since putting on a pair of underwear. One other thing I haven't mentioned yet is there is a trophy slash achievement that you can earn that is one of the most difficult trophies in the game, by the way, where you can where what you have to do is maintain a boost for the entire lap. Like, you have to be boosting the entire time. You just cannot stop boosting. If you do, then it doesn't count. Which, I will say, depending on the course, is a lot easier said than done. It might be possible on courses like Coco Park, considering that the track is very wide, there are no sharp turns whatsoever on the course. And there are no obstacles either to speak of. But other courses, it might be possible on, for sure. I thought I overshot that final jump badly. That would have been awkward. Like running into Long John Seal again. I swear, these cycles... I always get the worst cycles when it comes to these stupid things. Wow. I thought I jumped way too soon there and I was gonna go into the frickin' drink. All done. On to the next one. Oh, man. I will say this. We are making a fairly decent, good time when it comes to completing these races. And I feel as though most of the time, like I mentioned earlier, is spent on loading screens more than anything. Oh, right. Okay. The newest follower we had earlier is Chris2406 or 200,406. Great name. Anywho, if you're still here, thanks for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Also, the follower goal needs to be updated. Why? Quite simple. It's not accurate right now, but I'll make it accurate again. I'll fix it later. God. I don't know why I'm starting to sound like frickin' Activision right now. Lol. Stupid spiders, I swear. Always get the worst frickin' cycles. And also bad RNG. And that was just I don't even know. Bad driving? It's like the universe just hates me right now. Alright, no need to panic. Even if we don't win every single race, it's not that big of a deal. So long as we get a decent position overall, we should still be able to win the cup without too much of a problem. Ah, damn it. It just had to veer off course. How do you like getting a frickin' spider to the face, huh? Not pleasant, is it? Especially one that just drops down out of nowhere and says, like, hi, how are ya? It wants to hang out with ya, and then it scares the piss out of you, and you jump like a frickin' cat. I don't even know how I missed that jump. I don't even know how I missed that boost. Whatever, no big deal. Gem is ours. On to the next cup. Let's knock these suckers out like frickin' greased lightning. Let's see here. Anything happening right now? Okay. Nothing's really happening on my phone right now, just watching a certain series of tweets on Twitter. And that's really about it. Nothing crazy. Gotta say, this is some good progress, and this is what I'd like to see. On to the next cub. Why don't we take on the blue one now, shall we? Also, it's pretty easy to accidentally run into one of the earlier gem cups, so that's something to keep in mind. Hello, Luxus. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. You're just in time for the third gem cup. Earlier, we managed to finish the game and beat Nitrous Oxide in his little game, if you know what I mean, and sat through a credit roll that lasted a freaking eternity. But we still had a few more collectibles to collect, which were the CTR tokens, and right now we're working on collecting the gems. And once we finish collecting the gems, depending on how much time has passed, I might call it a session, but obviously not right now. Yes, it is. It is quite fun. It really is a fun racing game. Definitely worth picking up for sure. Oh, this isn't going to help me open the shortcut. Whatever, there's always next lap. I love losing inputs for no reason. Lol. How did I not lose my speed there? Oh, for sure, my rear exhaust rubbed against the wall. That was badly timed. There we go. Finally. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All done. As far as what I'm currently speedrunning, I'm not really speedrunning anything at the moment. I'm trying to figure out, like, what game I want to learn to speedrun next, as I'm currently burnt out on Banjo-Kazooie. And I thought about running Banjo-Tooie, but it's still on the, I would say, the chopping block, kind of. I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I want to run the game. Even so, as far as other games, I've looked into Super Mario 64, maybe learning that, but I'm not too sure at the moment. Saw that one coming. There was no way I was going to make that. the hell? Wow, the physics literally just threw up. Well, whatever, no big deal. Come on, really? I hate it when it's like you jump into the air intending to drift, and instead of drifting, you just turn. Okay, I honestly do not even. Well, so much for taking the shortcut this race. Oh well. Not a big deal. All done. Yeah. I tried to stay away from RNG heavy games when it comes to speedrunning. I mean, yeah, RNG heavy games sometimes I like to play casually, but not when it comes to speedrunning, that's for sure. And I don't intend to speedrun any major racing games anytime soon. To be fair, the first time I've ever tried to speedrun anything was Diddy Kong Racing, like, several years ago. Yeah, it was the first speedrun I've ever done. It was kind of crap, but it was something. And it was definitely fun just speedrunning the game in general. I thought I fully mastered it, and I was like, oh dear lord, no. Not even close. I am no master when it comes to that game, like I thought I was. Damn it. Damn it, too sharp. Two turn, what? I meant to say too sharp of a turn. But... oh. Almost hit that myself. There is something else I haven't mentioned yet when it comes to controls, which I should have mentioned in the last session. I kind of figured this out by accident. But anyway, you can actually change the camera view behind your character by pushing L2. Screw you, game. I thought it was going to make me flat for a minute. Well, I'm done. I don't blame you. There's a lot to learn when it comes to speedrunning any game ever. Whether it be something really short, like Super Mario Brothers, or something longer, like Banjo-Kazooie. Honestly, the shorter games interest me more than the longer ones, for sure. But that doesn't mean I don't like watching longer speedruns, like of major RPGs. Like Final Fantasy. I mean, really, come on, dude. Holy crap. Have you seen, like, what the world record is for some of those games? On to the next cup. I mean, the next race.
Out of my way!
Damn it! I tried to quick turn out of that. But, nah. Of course not. Of course it didn't work. Saw that one coming. Well, I will say this, at the very least, even if you do fall behind, it doesn't mean that you automatically lose the race here. At least on classic difficulty. I mean, if you fall on hard or fall too far behind on hard difficulty, yeah, then it's over. For sure. How did I jump over that? You know what? I'm not going to question it. We're just going to move on. Okay. How did I gain that much air? Again, not gonna question it. We'll just take the win and move on, please. I say as I almost fall off the course again. Sometimes it's just not worth trying to boost around certain corners, as doing so may endanger your life in more ways than one. I don't even know how I missed that last boost. Maybe the reason why I sometimes gain more air than I realize is depending on how you hit a obstacle or something. That depends on what you mean. What's the record of what? Of this game? I could probably look that up real quick. It should only take a few seconds. Might as well take a quick look. Just because we're in the middle of a frickin' loading screen. The Final Fantasy one. There are many different Final Fantasy games out there, but the current world record for Final Fantasy X, for example, Any percent is 10 hours and 38 seconds, and that's on PlayStation 2. As far as the HD re-release is concerned, any percent is 9 hours and 23 minutes, and on PC, 8 hours and 53 minutes, 56 seconds. That's just one of many Final Fantasy games that are really long and one of the most notorious games to speedrun. The people who speedrun RPGs like that are just legends and masochists. Yes. Jesus indeed. Yes. Especially when you're over 5 hours in. And it's like, why? Why does the universe hate me? That is one of many reasons why I choose not to speedrun RPGs. Even though JRPGs are my favorite genre of video games. Casually, yes, they're my favorites, but speedrunning? No siree, no thank you. I don't even know where that quote is from. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Oops, double tapped. Thanks for the push, Purah. I don't even know how that worked out. I think what happened there was because I got hit by the armadillo, when the rocket hit me, I still had iframes. Seriously, thank God for those frickin' invulnerability frames. They seem to last longer than you think they would. Which can also be a bit of a detriment as well, depending on how you look at it. Well, that stunk. There we go. On to the next one. Oh, it's from Metal Gear Solid 5. Huh. Neat. I thought that was like from a movie or something. Even so, interesting. Funny enough, I have Metal Gear Solid 5, I think. Then again, maybe not. I know I have Ground Zero. And I also have Guns of the Patriots. And as far as the other Metal Gear games I have are Metal Gear Solid 1 and, of course, the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection on PlayStation 3, which contains, I believe, the first 3 Metal Gear Solid games, if I recall correctly. Alright, moving on. Welcome to Discount Wario Stadium. Although it's way more realistic looking and way more fun. wonder if there's a way to take that turn without slowing down. There probably is a way, and I'm just not aware. Nice fail. Drift, damn it. How did I miss that final boost? Screw you, game. Apologies if I'm not reading the comments right now. I kind of need to concentrate on this race. I'll definitely read it momentarily, for sure. Gotta love losing them inputs. There we go. Another one down. Sweet. Anyway, to answer your question from earlier, what category of Mario 64 would I go for? I honestly don't know. I was considering maybe learning 120 star. But then again, maybe I'll learn a different category, like 16 or maybe 70 star? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Alright, let's see what's next on the chopping block. Maybe we'll be able to blast on through the remaining tracks with little to no effort. Like we have been. Holy crap, I thought I was going to fly off the course. I really do like this course, it's just... Man, the lack of railings throughout the entire course really makes things a lot more difficult than they need to be. But at least the track itself is fairly wide, so falling off really shouldn't be that big of a deal. I thought I drifted. I guess not. Screw you, game. Screw you, game! I thought for sure I wasn't going to make it, just because I hit the wall too many times. Saw that one coming. Gotcha!
The trophy's mine!
Ow. Man, Pura's really giving me a run for my money today. Just because I fell earlier on in the course. Oh, that was such a bad throw. Funny enough, there's actually a trophy in this game that you can earn where you win a race by literal milliseconds. I've actually gotten that particular trophy already, but even so, it's one of the most satisfying trophies that you can earn in this game. For sure. Whew, okay, another one down. Oh. Interesting. Well, have a good night, and thanks for stopping by. Okay, I believe there's one more track to go in this cup. If I saw the numbers correctly. And no, don't ask me if I know what they mean, because I don't know what they mean. It's like asking me to translate Morse code. I can't do it. Because I don't know how. Okay? Alright. Okay. I figured that Oxide Station was a track in one of these cups. Just couldn't recall which one. I thought it would be in the last one. But apparently not. But still, it is a pretty fitting finale course for sure. Later. I wonder if it's possible to reach like the maximum boost value for height on this course. I think it is, if you configure your cart correctly. But the odds of that happening are pretty low. Well, that stunk. Guess I took the turn a bit too sharply there.
Yes.
Ooh. Wow, that was almost max. Pretty sweet. Oh, come on, dude. Stop rubbing against the wall. I thought that was the final lap for a minute there. I really need to keep an eye on that lap counter. Otherwise, if you slow down enough, like if you just let go of the accelerator thinking that you've won, and then realize, oh shit, the race is still going. Oh dear. That's gonna be awkward. Never let go of the accelerator until you hear the fanfare. Just saying. How did I miss? Never. All done.
The superior one.
Whew. There we go. Another cup down. I think there's only one more cup left to go, folks. Afterwards, we'll be done with the gem races, which is gonna be freaking sweet. Also, you may be wondering, what is it that the gems are gonna be used for? Well, they're gonna be used to unlock one of the bonus courses that you can race on here. The other bonus course you unlock by getting a certain number of sapphire relics or getting them all. I'm just saying. Ugh. Man, it seems like Pura and Olar were rivals for Cortex in every single one of these cups so far. Which is interesting, to say the least. I mean, mad scientists versus cute animals. What do you expect? Alright. One more cup to go, the Purple Gem Cup. Let's do this, folks. Let's get this frickin' cup done. That way, when we start the next session, we'll be able to start off strong by heading into the time trial races. Oh boy, the time trial relics are going to be real fun, let me tell ya. Because when I got the gold relics for the first time, it definitely wasn't easy. Hell, most of the races I've done, I've only gotten Sapphire first round. Until I learned the courses better. Okay, so when it comes to the Purple Gem Cup, the gimmick here is instead of racing against the regular racers, you're racing against all of the bosses here, and I believe you'll be facing all 4 of the regular bosses. Nitrous Oxide is not included in this lineup. So yeah, that is something worth mentioning. Okay, I was wrong about the number of bosses here. There's, I think, 5 of them here? Judging by the number of icons on the map. Yeah, it looks like there are 5 bosses, not 4. I guess I forgot about poor Papu Papu. Whatever. He is pretty forgettable anyway. Nice. Yeah, there's 5 boss, or no, 4 bosses. Okay. I apparently cannot count today. You're facing against all 4 of the OG bosses, not counting Nitrous Oxide. Thankfully, I think these bosses play fair. So in other words, they don't have an infinite supply of items and they're not throwing them at you every single race. So that's pretty neat. Also, as far as the courses chosen, there are some repeats, but these repeats are the boss courses themselves, like Ripper's Tubes, and there's also Papu's Pyramid, I think. Ha! Speak of the devil, and they shall appear. But anyway, there's those 2. There's also the one that takes place in the sky. I can't remember which one it is, but even so. All the boss courses of which we raced on previously, will be racing on them again. Ow. Man, I thought I was going to get chomped for sure. Oh, come on, get off the wall, dude. Hate that crap, man. Ah, damn it. I hit my own frickin' TNT. So, like I said, even though we're racing against all the boss characters whom we've raced against previously, we don't have to worry about their item gimmicks at all. They race fair and square, which is pretty nice. Especially considering the crap they put us through throughout the entire adventure. It's nice that they actually play fair for once. Here we go. On to the next one! And if we play our cards right, we should be able to finish this by the time we reach the 3-hour mark, which is going to be good. That's what we call efficiency. And I like that very, very much. What's next on the agenda? Are we going to the skies once again? Or are we going to go elsewhere? Okay, Dragon Mines. I'm okay with this. Forget about it, boy! Okay, that was a bit of a close call. One thing I find kind of strange when it comes to Dragon Mines is while you're driving over the train tracks where the mine carts go, for whatever reason your speed just drops dramatically, like you're driving over grass or something. I don't know what's up with that. All done. It's funny how he says that just as he crosses the finish line and it gets blown up. Talk about perfect timing. It would have been even more perfect if the TNT exploded and then I crossed the finish line. What can I say? You can't always get what you want in life. And that's something you just have to accept. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Final course, let's go. Welcome to Drifts in the Sky. We shine bright like diamonds as we spark, fly, crash, burn, and everything in between. I don't even know where I'm going with that. Regardless, we're going places. How did I miss? Oh lord. I thought I took that turn too sharp. By the way, another thing worth mentioning when it comes to controls, I kind of figured this out just now, but push and hold R2 to look behind you. Not exactly the most useful of control options. Come on, how the frick did I miss that? I don't even know. Maybe I just mistimed it and the rocket went around it. Who knows? I don't even know how that worked, but it did, and I'll take it. One thing I find kind of interesting on this particular course is, for some weird reason, the positioning of where you are, it kind of glitches out on one of the turns here. So it switches from whatever position you are in to a lower one, but only temporarily. Like once you're out of the turn, then it switches back. Not sure what's up with that. But again, it's kind of a cosmetic sort of thing, kind of, but not really, even so. Bit of a weird bug. I'm not sure if there are any other courses that experience a similar issue or not. I would say no. How'd that work? Whatever. I thought I was going to fly off the course again. Just because I took that drift too badly. Oh, what a bad jump. Alright. That, folks, as they say, is that. All 5 gems are ours. Not only this, but we perfected every single gem cup. Fantastic. Gotta say, that's what we call some real dang good progress, boys. Real good. Feels good. Alright. Well, it's good to see that we got another set of collectibles all collected. Good to go. That's what I like to see. Well, at this point we are close to the 3-hour mark. About less than 2 minutes away, but even so, I guess I'll go ahead and start signing off now. Now that all the gems are ours, the only collectible left to get in adventure mode are the time trial relics. And that's gonna be a fun journey and a half, let me tell ya. And for getting all the gems in the game, you'll unlock a special bonus course known as Turbo Track. We'll be racing on that track soon enough. Also, when it comes to the gem cups, you don't have to worry about getting time trial relics or CTR tokens on those at all, as they do not exist on those cups. Only the individual courses. So with all that said, folks, I bid you all adieu for today. This is General Snivy with the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time, we're going after the time trial relics, and my philosophy when it comes to these things is go gold or go home. That's just the way it is. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time.